Dr. Eddie, obviously you're an expert at performance psychology, you're a sports psychologist. Why is it so important for events like this to combine that mental, physical thing for young children?
Well, really, for so long we've been having that philosophical debate about mind and body as if they're something separate, but there really isn't. I mean, you are constantly living your life, swimming in your thoughts and feelings. And so we want to, of course, continue to, and I'm so thankful that the world has gotten on board with mental health and mental wellness, not just the pathology of mental illness, but rather that, our mental health is something that we want to take care of. And so events like this are great because you actually, how can you run without dealing with what you're thinking and feeling? I mean, you're tired, you've got to deal with that. So by being able to merge the two and not only talk about physical health and physical training, if you can bring in the mental and well-being side of it as well too, it makes for a better human being.
So, Doctor, is mental health something we got to think in terms of we all have times of desperation, even the average person?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that you asked this because I so much we've been talking about, like, if this is average and you've got a mental illness, if you're not doing well, you're in desperation, as you had said. But then there's like normal, and then what about excellence? What about health, wellness? Like, don't you want to be super happy, super content, have great relationships, be happy and joyful and have peace? All of that is stuff that we can work towards, and there are things that we can do in the way that we interact with our thoughts and feelings and environment so that we can have those better lives. So let's put more attention onto everybody being able to do these health wellness events.
Doctor, that is great advice for the average person to frame the issue like that, for them to understand it. But what do you do with young athletes to get them to that next step? More importantly, what are 3 things the average kid can do starting tomorrow to improve their lives?
So, particularly since COVID, anxiety is off the charts. But number 1 is that you should be anxious. Everybody's talking about why they shouldn't and why this is a bad thing, but let me tell you, the reality of human beings is that we can't live in the 25% and always be happy. So when you have an event like this and girls on the run and they're nervous, well, you should be nervous. You want to do well. You don't want to disappoint parents. These are all normal human emotions, but it doesn't mean that your anxiety is predictive. So if you can start to recognize that when I care about something, my mind is built to worry about it because if I don't get it, I won't like it, so it's a threat, but it doesn't mean that it's predictive. It just simply means that I'm in the right place. And so what I'd love to do for the community is to normalize anxiety. We have to learn how to live with the worries and fears because it's an actual great emotion that's a little bit of a red flag to check out. Like life's not fair, and we make that so cliche, but it is actually really true. You'll have so much more peace in your life when you understand that there will be difficult times. There are things to be sad about. There are things to be angry about. And if I can learn how to interact with those and work on my responses to those emotions, as opposed to trying to get rid of those emotions, you'll perform much better.